Exactly. I don't know nothing.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay. That's
Most of
great.
the tour guides don't like to say I don't know because they believe they're supposed to be knowing everything.
Never listen.
Never.
Never believe
Yeah.
everything
Of
you
course.
hear.
All of Egyptians say that. They don't. They all of Egyptians don't want to say I
Even
don't
if
know.
they're gonna misinform you.
Yeah.
Like if you're asking directions,
Yeah.
nobody wants to say,
Exactly.
I don't know. It's like,
It's
go
this
ahead
way.
straight. Just keep walking.
No, it's this way. No,
I'll
it's
do.
this way. No, it's like India.
Or it's like, oh, you're gonna have to go all the way back again. It's like, shut up.
Just tell me you don't know.
So,
Okay.
what are your questions about?
We have Shahira here. Shahira, also known AKA as Shahrazad, from Awiyan's family. Okay, and I'm gonna start asking her the first question: the representation of the pyramid. What do you think the Great Pyramid represents, or what do you think the Pyramid Khufu was meant to be?
What is it for? Or
Yeah.
why is it built? Or
Representation, like does it represent the star? Does it represent the earth? Does
well, it talks to
represent-
me, you know, and something like the Tesla, you know, Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, the Nikola Tesla theory again.
This is like something like power plant
Yeah,
that is made to feed for free, you know,
yeah,
to keep people healthy. And it's about harmonizing. Actually, I have my personal experience about the Great Pyramid, and it spoke to me in English in younger age. Almost everything talked to me in English, and I just get to know why from my angel friend here. I was wondering why I receive the answers in English or the conversation from my intuition in English. She said to me, because you're supposed to share this with the world, and they will only understand English. And that was logic, because why would I hear the pyramid say, "Come to the pyramid, come," not go, not inside me saying, "Go to the pyramid," some guidance inside. No, I was about to go into an operation for my knee. I was 15, I think. And my parents worried about my bad knee, nothing. Doctor don't know, said, we'll have to operate, open. I got scared. In that moment, I hear in the back of my mind says, come to the pyramid. So I said, instead of having operation, I go. So I went on one leg. You can imagine how hard this was.
yeah, it's very hard to climb the pyramid.
And the minute I enter the king's chamber, what they call king's chamber, but it's the Orion or the Osiris chapel.
Yeah,
It's about throat chakra activation also. So I sat down against the resonance box, which they call sarcophagus. Sarcophagus, by the way, it's a Greek word for body eater.
yeah, yeah.
But it's not, it's a resonance box made out of one piece of rose granite for the sound. When I sat and I leaned against by my back, sitting, taking my breath after climbing all this, suddenly I feel like I'm going to chant, to sing. I was like, what? No, I'm very shy. I cannot sing. I'm not going to sing. But the feeling keeps stronger. I can't even hold it. So I had to close my eyes because people were inside the pyramid and I was shy. So I had to close my eyes to allow the singing or whatever this was. Then the funny part or the strange, that tone started toning like, I don't know, one after another, but the sound was resonating in the pain of my knee, tingling in the pain.
Wow.
So I was toning, receiving, feeling the tingling, and wondering in the same time. After about 20 minutes, the feeling of singing got less. So I gradually opened my eyes. I found nobody. They all got spooked out. They ran out of the pyramid. Then I stood up. I had no weight. I had no pain. I was surprised.
Wow.
So of course I ran down to ask the man who knows about the pyramid. I'm not going to ask my mother. She's only housewife. She never went to school. So I ran to my father and I said to him what happened.
Hakim Awiyan.
Hakim, yeah. And then all what he said to me. So you remembered? I was like, remember what? Oh, never mind. I was like, will you give me a hint or something? I'm supposed to remember something. He just it's okay. Later on, I found that question
Mysterious.
was a hint that I'm supposed to remember something.
Yeah.
Anyway, after 25 years, I was on the islands of Hawaii. I had very bad car accident, bad whiplash. Doctor said to me, you're gonna have to wear this all your life because this whiplash will not heal. I listened to him and I don't want to believe him. So I said, please, because before the car accident, I'm hearing the voice telling me, get off the car. Stop the car, get off the car. But I didn't listen. I ignored. I said, why would I stop the car? You stop the car. Then, when this whiplash happened, they had to tow it's a van, they had to tow it away from how bad this accident was. So I said to myself, I said, please, next time just whisper and I'll do it, but this is really bad. I cannot live with this. Help. Then suddenly, I feel the feeling of singing again, that one 25 years ago inside the pyramid. I was like, oh my God, it's not in the pyramid, it's in me. Excuse me. And I held my neck because I wouldn't walk without holding it because it was like loose, broken.
Oh.
It was really bad. So I went to my place, sat on the carpet, and allowed the singing. And again, certain different toning though, but it was resonating into the pain of my neck. Tingle, 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 tingle. Half an hour, I opened my eyes, shake my head.
Healed.
Nothing, no problem. I ran back to the hospital. I said, look,
Okay.
how did you do that? I said, you stay away from me. You said I will never heal. But how did you do it? I said, the hospital is here in the throat chakra. We have tones that can align and fix anything in the body. And this I discovered because of the Great Pyramid. Without that, I would have no idea.
Yeah.
So it's a device to harmonize us.
Yeah.
The other proof, they teach us at the School of History that there is a king called King Senefru who built the Ashur Pyramid, the Red Pyramid, and the Bent Pyramid.
Yeah.
After he built the Bent Pyramid, he didn't like it because it was bent. So this is in the book. So he built another one. Well, why he didn't use the same stones instead of going all the way to Aswan?
Yeah.
If this was the real story, then he would have used the same stones that he built the bent one. That was not right, but of course not. So you're in the middle of the desert. There is nothing there except the two constructions. And when you know the words of the ancient Suf language, ancient Egyptian language, means sin means double. Nefer is harmony. So double harmony, and there is double buildings out there in the desert. So
It does
what
make
this
sense.
tell you? Yeah.
It does make
There
sense.
were no king who could. We never had kings or queens.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So you
Our
believe
history
there
is
are,
translated by a Greek man. So hello.
Yeah. So you believe they are healing machines.
Exactly.
Healing machines.
They are devices to heal us, to harmonize us, and to charge and activate our chakras.
Okay.
So
Very interesting indeed. Very interesting. Do you think there were slaves in ancient Egypt?
no, we never had slaves. Slaves came later with the Arab, and before that was with Romans.
No. Okay.
They used slaves, but the builders were really well equipped and well knowledgeable to build these constructions, and we call them per neter. Neter is translated by Herodotus the Greek as God, but
Yeah.
neter here is the power of nature.
Yeah.
So just collect and expand the power of nature. Cosmic input. I was in Honolulu checking out the stars, the sky, because my father was teaching us some about stars like Orion, Big Dipper, Isis, you know. So I was checking the stars in Hawaii, but I'm looking as if I was standing here on our porch. Same set of stars. I was like, what? As if I did not go anywhere. So I had to call the man. I dial up, Dad, how come I see the same set of stars after traveling all these hours? He laughed. He was like, it's because if you made a straight hole, it will pop up here on the Giza Plateau. I was like, oh. He said, yes, the pyramids are cosmic input. Hawaii is the output.
Yeah.
Volcanoes and everything.
Subhanallah, yeah, this is
And this was
amazing.
like really good coincidence if you
Amazing.
believe in coincidence. So, and there is 12 hours exactly. So we're exactly on the grid. So I found out that I'm not in Hawaii just for a joke.
Yeah.
I'm sent to Hawaii because this has to do with the energy.
Yeah.
You know?
Destiny to go to Hawaii because Egypt is up here, Hawaii is down there.
Exact
Yeah.
same line.
Yeah. It's amazing. Some people think Hawaii is Atlantis because it's an island and it's in the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Well, Atlantis had men and women and wars, just like the dynastic period. They were not that peaceful and stuff like that. They had their own human issues. But I see in Abydos temple some art from Atlantis. It has, this is in my opinion, because in our culture, everything you find in the temple, it have to have another mirror. Everything must be two, duality. If you see it here, you must see it on the opposite side. Except that art that is like a seal that the Atlantis were here. It's a way of saying that we were here. So they drew the submarine and the aircraft and the ship, 3 vehicles.
The tank, yeah, the tank.
Exactly. And you don't see on the opposite side, so it's not Egyptian. Also at Jabal al-Silsila and in Saqqara, the same way of leaving a sign that this culture lived here or these people lived here. Mayan people have some art here in Egypt in few different places. I can show them to you.
No,
So the same
that's
way,
okay.
the same way Atlantis
Maybe,
came here
another
and
video.
left, and also a Mayan were here and they left, and they leave this type of art that shows that they were here.
Okay. All right.
Lemuria.
Uh,
I would like to speak about Lemuria also. If you want to cut it, you want to leave it, it's up to you. But those who are looking for artifacts from Lemuria, they will keep searching forever. Because during the Lemuria, which is the most ancient, this was the subconscious, the idea that developed to become physical. But before that was all thoughts to be manifested. So there is not really artifact left behind. We are the artifact. Lemuria manifested us in physical, and that's how we think we're stuck.
Okay, and Lemuria was before Atlantis?
Before.
Before Atlantis.
Yes.
Wow, this is a long journey. Next question is, Pharaoh was a name or a label? Like, do you think it's a label or a name?
It is a label. It's called Pera'a. Pera'a is the high house, the leader house.
Oh.
And here it's like PH.
Yeah.
So it translated to be Pharaoh, the Pharaoh. And he used to be a woman. She's the one who led the way.
Yeah.
She's the one she was the Pharaoh or the Pera'a, means the one who runs the house. Not any house, like the White House,
Yeah.
like the state you know, like politically. It was her, she's the Pira'a. So it's a title, all titles. Like Mary, Mary Amun, Mary Ra, Mother Mary.
Okay, the video
Title.
stopped suddenly, but I hope. Okay, thanks Shahira for this talk. It was amazing. It was an amazing journey. And, so you were saying Per, like no, Mary, like,
Mary, you see, we were saying, is it a title? Yeah, most of our Ramses, they say Ramses first, Ramses second, 16th, all these Ramesses. Ra is the sun or the light.
yeah.
Misu, the birth of light. So it's a title.
Okay. It goes very deep, all this.
Yeah, no
Let's
names
maybe
were
take,
mentioned,
hours
cautious from spells or magic, so they wouldn't put their names. Protection, so never names, only titles.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. There is also one important thing about fear for no reason. Many people have fear, but they don't have a story. But I can tell them the story right away in 1 minute. We are the children of those who survived the cataclysm. So those moms were really scared to hell, then they gave birth to us. So we were born with the fear that they felt during the cataclysm 12,000 years ago. And this, when we know, we understand why this fear that is coming for no reason. We feel afraid, you know? So when we know it, we love it.
Yeah.
All right?
All right. Thanks.
Thank
Shahira.
you very much.
Okay, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
What's the representation of the pyramid?
It's the same as up as it is down, like a diamond.
Diamond. That's a new answer.
Yep.
And were there slaves built the pyramid? You think?
I don't know.
No is an answer.
I don't know.
Was there a charity in Egypt?
Charity.
Like, were there poor people in Egypt? In ancient Egypt? Don't say I don't know.
I think there's been many layers of Egypt, so it depends which layer we're talking about, many timelines. And many people at some stage were together, and then yeah, maybe sometime.
Maybe
Slaves
sometime.
from other dimensions, maybe.
Oh wow. Okay. So the aliens were the slaves. That's a new answer.
Or we are the slaves to the aliens.
Or we are, but that's an old one. We already.
We never
that
know.
one. Okay. Never know. Riddle question. Okay. You ready for the riddle? What's here in Giza built from up down? Not built from down up.
The Sphinx.
Yeah, that's the right answer. Good answer. Good answer. Pharaoh. The word pharaoh, was it a label or a name?
A label. For the leader.
Okay, that's the most famous answer, and it's correct, I think. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And, your name is?
Ashiana.
Ashiana from Australia.